I'm Randy and I make candy, and tonight I'm making Martha Washington's. Stick around. Greetings my confectionery compadres, and welcome to Randy Makes Candy, where I help you make tasty treats that people love to eat. If you've been a compadre for a while, you know that I like making candy that ties into a holiday or a special occasion. Well, President's Day is coming up, and in my research for an appropriate treat, I stumbled upon Martha Washington's. They're basically a coconut bonbon with pecan and cherry. Well, I do love me a good coconut chocolate combo, and if cherry's invited to the party, I'm ready to go. As always, I'd love to hear about your results if you decide to make your own Martha Washington's, as well as suggestions for other recipes you'd like to see in future videos. And if you stick around after the recipe, I'll tell you why this treat actually doesn't have any connection at all to the First Lady. For this recipe, I'm using 1 1/3 cups of pecans, 2 cups of sweetened shredded coconut, 2 cups of powdered sugar, 6 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk, 1/3 teaspoon of vanilla, 18 maraschino cherries, and 1 1/2 cups of chocolate. I'm also using a couple of bowls, a spatula, a scoop, a cutting board, a sheet of SilPat, and some precision dipping tools. Okay, let's make some candy. Finely chop the pecans. For those of you wondering, Mrs. Randy Makes Candy said that this chopper came from QVC, and I'll tell you what, it works a treat. I've left a link in the description if you're interested. Be advised though, these blades are sharp, hence the bandage. I used it on the cherries as well. Add all of the ingredients except for the chocolate to a large bowl, then mix thoroughly. Refrigerate until the filling starts to firm up, then scoop some filling and roll it into a ball. Place it on the lined cutting board, then repeat with the rest of the filling. Put them in the freezer until they're firm enough to dip, then temper or melt the chocolate, dip a ball into the chocolate, drain the excess, then return it to the lined cutting board. Repeat with the rest of the balls, then leave them on the counter to set. And that's it. Okay, let's have a taste. Slancheva. Oh, I can see why these are so popular. A lot of different textures going on, crunchy nuts, chewy filling, and the flavors are really well balanced. The pecans come through, but not too strong. If you want more of that flavor, you could toast the pecans. Cherry flavor comes through nicely. Sweet, but the dark chocolate pulls it back a bit. Reminds me a bit of the cherry mash recipe we did a while back. Mrs. Randy Makes Candy said that these remind her of an expensive Christmas candy, and in fact these are quite popular around Christmas time. But whether you make them for President's Day, Christmas, or no occasion at all, you really ought to try these. There are a number of websites that make the claim that Martha Washington made these candies or even came up with the recipe. I'm skeptical, and I'll explain why. Fact 1, Martha Washington was born in 1731 and passed away in 1802. Fact 2, according to Scientific American, the Spanish brig Providencia was traveling from Cuba to Spain. For reasons unknown, the ship wrecked and scattered its cargo of 20,000 coconuts along the coast of Florida. Some of those coconuts were planted, and the resulting trees later gave Palm Beach County its name. That shipwreck, which introduced the coconut to North America, occurred in 1878, 76 years after the passing of Martha Washington. Conclusion: Martha Washington probably never ate anything with coconut as an ingredient. So why are these candies called Martha Washingtons? I'm glad you asked. According to the Digital Research Library of Illinois History Journal, a confectioner by the name of Ellie Sheets was selling candy from his home. He enlisted the boys in the neighborhood to make the deliveries. One of the boys allegedly said that a lady had jokingly asked for some more of that Martha Washington candy. What does that mean? I honestly have no idea, nor does anyone else, as far as I can tell, but Mr. Sheets was inspired to adopt that name for his new business venture, and thus was born the Martha Washington Candy Company. They actually had a wide assortment of candies, including the one that we made tonight, so I'm actually not sure why this one was chosen as the Martha Washington candy. If any of you can shed some more light on this, please let me know in the comments. Even after all of my research, I still have questions. If you enjoyed your time here in the Candy Kitchen, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you join me next time. 20,000 coconuts along the... According to the Digital Research Library... I'm Randy, and I make candy, and tonight...